Okay, you guys, I am trying so hard to get through this collection or get even into this video without crying, and this sounds ridiculous and so dramatic and so stupid. I get it, but I'm literally on the verge of tears right now. We are about to live swatch the Colourpop and Animal Crossing's collab. To have my two worlds collide like this, like my love of Colourpop and I don't just have one Animal Crossing island. I have two Animal Crossing islands on two different Switches, and I play both of them. And I have the Animal Crossing little console. I finally got it this year for my birthday. I wanted it so bad. And so when I got a second one, I was like, oh my god, I better just open up another island. So I bought the game again. So yes, we're going to be doing live swatches of this collection today, which I'm just unbelievably excited for. But I just want to say something really quickly, and this, again, is so dramatic and so annoying, so, you know, skip a few minutes if you don't want to hear me talk about Animal Crossing. The reason why I'm emotional about this is because there's, like, I cannot put into words what Animal Crossing did for me during this pandemic. It came out, like, in the nick of time, and it gave me just something to be happy and excited about every single day when our lives were so just obviously crazy, flipped upside down. We were stuck inside. We can't see friends, can't see family. So for this game to come out and like my sister and my mom, they both play it too, my brother, my husband, my stepdad, like for all of us to get together, say like my island is having shooting stars and everybody comes over to wish on the shooting stars and run around and catch bugs and catch fish, and we're all doing it together and like just being silly, and I make everyone pose for photo ops, and like to have that sense of like just being together even though we physically couldn't be together during this pandemic. I'm emotional because words can't describe what Animal Crossing has done for me. I'm someone who's so prone to severe depression. My entire life I've had extremely severe depression, and I can't imagine what my life in this pandemic would have been like if I didn't have Animal Crossing. And yeah, I know this sounds crazy, but someone who doesn't do well with being alone all the time and not seeing friends and family, I mean, who does well with that? But I really need to see people to keep me moving. And the fact that I haven't seen my friends since last March, this has just been such a big deal for my life. It's been so important to me. I know it's just a game. I feel so dumb, trust me. Animal Crossing has just been so important to me. And the Animal Crossing community, I just want to say really quickly, I have made so many friends who I don't even know in real life, who don't even know I'm a YouTuber, like nothing. Like I've met so many amazing Animal Crossing friends that I just cherish, and this game means more to me than a game. It has been such a source of happiness and joy for me throughout this whole pandemic, and I know so many of you as well who play. I mean, my whole little Animal Crossing community, we talk all the time about how if it weren't for Animal Crossing, we don't know how we would have gotten through the pandemic. And I mean, we're not through it, but it was worth every penny. Truly believe it saved me during this pandemic, and I'm sure a lot of us feel the same way, or at least a little bit, that if it weren't for this game, you know, things might be a little more dreary than they already are. This has definitely brought a sense of joy and happiness throughout this time, and the community has been so strong and just fantastic, and people are so creative, and oh my gosh, Alok will tell you, I'm up till 3 a.m. some nights just watching like island speed building and Race for Raymond. People make all these cool races, and just my life revolves around Animal Crossing now. I'm not even kidding you. It is my entire life. So this collection is a big deal to me. It's a very big deal to me. I was really paranoid I wasn't gonna get it, so I'm really excited. I hope you guys are excited too, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't give a shit what the makeup looks like, because this is just too special to me. I don't even care. It might suck. I don't even care. I love it. Sorry. This is just my two worlds colliding. I'm so happy. Okay. Enough of all that. We're going to get into it right now. I want to show two little non-makeup related items. It does appear that Colourpop will have, I'm gonna cry, Animal Crossing stickers and a Colourpop sticker. And I'm super excited because two of my favorite villagers are on here. I have Stitches and Fauna. Stitches is on my original island. My original island is called Beet Farms. I do have a dream code for Beet Farms. I will link it down below for you guys if you want to come and visit. And Beet Farms is dedicated to the love of my life, Dwight Schrute, obviously, King. So yeah, I have Stitches on Beet Farms, and then Fauna lives on my newest island. My newest island is called Evermore. flower, and it is dedicated to my queen, Taylor Swift. And that one's not ready yet. I just started it, and I made that one Southern Hemisphere so that I could have both hemispheres. I know, hi, I have no life. This is my life. Animal Crossing is actually my life now. So yeah, stickers. This I'm going to frame. It came in the box. It's a DIY card, and on the back it has the Colourpop and Animal Crossing collab, and it's crazy. It looks just like a DIY card. I mean, I don't have any words for how special this is to me. I'm going to frame it. I don't even want to touch it because I don't want to smudge it like a real life DIY card. He's going up here. He's very special. I hope they put those in all the boxes and not just the PR boxes, because if you are an Animal Crossing fan, that is a very cool thing to have, in my opinion. I mean, it's very, very cool. Okay, with that being said, you guys, let's get into this. Finally, right? I know I've been going on forever. Okay, so I think we will start with the Just a Tint little lippy balmies, and then we'll go from there. I just can't believe this is real. I'm so excited. The packaging is adorable. You have villagers on here. You have the fruit trees. Every detail is just superb. It's everything I would want. Let's first start with Pick of the Bunch. This has the pear tree and the palm tree on it. I kind of really love the fact that they're minis. I don't use up my lip crayons very often, so I like that they're a mini. The first shade here is Incomparable, and it has the little pears on the lid. It smells really fruity. Oh, that is the most beautiful little burnt peach, I would say. I like that even though it's Animal Crossing themed, they're still very pretty wearable colors. You know what I mean? You'll definitely get your money's worth out of them if you want to use them. I'll be honest, after I do these swatches, I'm gonna put these on my shelf forever. I'm a collector first and foremost, and I want them just for life. I know they'll get moldy and weird eventually, but I don't care. I love them. So that is Incomparable. The next shade is Coconut Juice, and it has the little coconuts on the cap. Does this one smell like coconut? Oh my gosh, are they all scented like per the exact fruit? I kind of assumed it was going to be a generic fruit scent, but no, this is coconut. I love that even though they're in the same duo, they have their own individual scent per the fruit that they are. Wonderful touch. Love that. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking, I really wish, I don't know that they will, but I would love if, I mean, it's probably no, but it would be so cool if Animal Crossing like had a Colourpop item in the game, like a specialty item that you could order. I could cry. I'm so excited right now. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful lip color. I applied it so poorly because I didn't think it was gonna be as pigmented as it is, but it's a pretty nice, yummy color. That is the shade Coconut Juice. Next up, we're getting into Fruit Roots, and this has the peach fruit and the orange fruit theme. I'm just so happy today. I'm so happy. Yes, I am. Starting with this one, this is Peach Surprise. Oh, I love that. Like the peach surprise box. Like this is just every detail. If you're an Animal Crosser, you know. If you know, you know. Big deal. Oh, I love a good peach. And I can't find a scent in this one. It's not hitting me, which can be nice if you don't like a lot of fragrance. But I was hoping for a lot of peach. Maybe you gotta warm it up. I don't know. Very nice. Just a really pretty peach. I like that it's not too bright. Again, it's wearable, easy. I love that about the lip crayons or the Just the Tints. They're usually pretty easy to wear. So that is Peach Surprise. The next shade is Orange Cutie. This one I smell more. Much brighter, very cute, just fun, you know? Yeah, I like it a lot. So that is the shade Orange Cutie. And last but not least, we have the Fruit Basket duo, and this has the apple and the cherry. Ooh, these are vibrant. The first one here is called Cherry Cherry, and it does smell like cherry. Oh my god, this one smells so good. I can't stop sniffing it. Oh my god. This is so pretty. I love this color. This might be my favorite color out of all of them. There's a brightness to it, and it's not super standard lip color. There's something a little bit different. It's just bright. It's juicy. I really like this one. That, again, is Cherry Cherry. And the last one is called Juicy Apple. Ooh, so pink. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Just a really beautiful pink. Simple, you know, nothing fancy, but just as pretty. That is Juicy Apple. Okay, so now let's get into the blushes. There are two blush shades. One seems to be more pink and one's a little more peachy. And on the inner lining of the box, they have the little Nook leaves, or Animal Crossing leaf, I guess you would say. And here are the actual blushes. They are very, very cute. Look at that. We got the flowers on both sides. The blushes are pretty standard Colourpop colors. I don't think any of us will be shocked by these colors. We've seen them before. As you can see here, one has a little bit more of a purple type of tone going on, and then we have a real corally. I don't think they have shimmer. Maybe a little bit of shimmer in there. Nothing super noticeable. Let's first start off with Flower Power. Oh, quite a bubblegummy pink. Wowza, yeah. This one's gonna be slightly less wearable for, especially if you have any more yellow toned skin. It's got a bit of a lavender element to it, which makes it a little trickier to wear. So bear that in mind. It's cute, but it's very like bubblegum, a little tricky to wear for sure. But if you could only have one, I'm kind of, I don't know. You guys be the judge. I don't want to tell you which one to get. That is Flower Power. Next, we're getting into Flower Tender, and this is your pretty standard coral. I hate that I'm even like putting a brush into these. They're so special to me. Yeah, this one's much easier to wear. It's still a bold, bright color, but this one, I can't do these purple pinks very well. And I don't think a lot of people can, to be honest. I think it's a tricky blush to wear, but a good coral is always nice. So that is the shade Flower Tender. Okay guys, now we're gonna get into the eye stuff. Now, this is the cutest thing. This is probably one of my favorite details of the whole collection, is this Super Shock shadow. It's called Balloon Pop, and it actually looks like the little presents that float by on the balloons. And it's hard to see on my camera, but I'm sure you can see the reflection right there in the packaging. That's actually the balloons. It's like a little glaze on the packaging or whatever of the balloons. And this is the most important thing to me in my life right now. Like, I'm so obsessed with this thing. It is so cute. I love it to death. And then we have the Super Shock shadow, which I wish there would have been more. I would have loved a few different little balloon shocks, you know what I mean? I'm happy that we have one, but I would have loved multiples. I would have even loved, I mean, maybe it's too obvious for Colourpop, but I would have loved, a blue one, a red one, a green one for the actual colors of the balloons, but whatever. And this is what it looks like here. You can see the case. It has the red, it has red writing and the red leaf, and that is the Balloon Pop shade, very metallic. So let's pop this on and see. I thought it was just kind of creamy color, but I think it's kind of pinky, and I think it's gonna be, yeah, like an overall beige type of shimmer. The one thing I think this collection's missing, and it's, I mean, there's so many things they could do with an Animal Crossing collection. Who knows? You know, the Hello Kitty stuff, they've had several Hello Kitty collabs. I would love if this was not the only Animal Crossing collab. I can tell you it's gonna sell like crazy, and I hate to say this, but if you guys really want this collection, be there ASAP to get it. It's gonna be one of those for sure. I mean, I could see, again, and I hope this doesn't happen, but I could see bots trying to get a hold of this because Animal Crossing is just so huge. So get on it right away. But I would love a second follow-up collection that's a little more event themed. For example, the one thing that I think it's missing, or the one thing that I would have loved to have seen, is a cherry blossom, because cherry blossom season in Animal Crossing is huge. Everybody wants cherry blossoms. You know, the mushroom season. I think it would be cool if they did a kind of like a seasonal Animal Crossing collection that featured more cherry blossom stuff, because I just, who doesn't love the cherry blossom stuff? But yeah, you guys, that's it. It's very pretty. It's very beige, a little pink, just a nice shimmery top coat type of shade. So that is Balloon Pop. Next up, this is not a shadow. This is one of their Glitterly Obsessed glitters, but I wanted to go ahead and include this here. Look at this. It looks like a bag of bells. It's called Bellionaire, which is amazing. That same little lining in there with the leaves, and it's so gorgeous. First of all, I love this. It looks like an actual little bell, which if you don't play Animal Crossing, it's the currency in Animal Crossing, and of course it's shimmery, shimmery gold. I mean, my goodness. I wish you could put these on the eyes. You really shouldn't though. I know people will, but just know, you guys, it's really not eye safe. So, do with that what you will. Oh, it smells amazing. Do they always smell this good? It smells really, really good. And it's just a ton of gold glitters. Chunky glitters, small glitters, gold, gold, gold glitter. Wow, I wish I had like a 70s party to go to. I would put this all over my body, but not till after we're done quarantining. Yeah, very pretty, just some gold glitter. Okay, we are finally getting into the eyeshadow palettes. This is the cute little True Friends set. I don't know if these are going to be sold individually or if you just buy this cute little box. I'd be happy either way. I think this is adorable, and it all goes together, you know? It's nice. It's probably just this little set. You know what I was just thinking to myself? I'm a little shocked they didn't, well, first of all, a Celeste collection would be amazing. I know there's a Celeste palette, but I think Celeste deserves her own collection. I think a museum, a Blathers, but a museum collection spinoff would be sick. All of the bugs and the fish in the game are gorgeous, and like you could do a fossil thing. I think that would be an amazing spinoff. And then also, I am shocked that there isn't an Audie collection, or like, I mean, a product with Audie on it. I mean, she's like the glamour girl. I have her as well on my Evermore island. She's like the Taylor Swift of my island. I had to find one who I thought, you know, is Taylor Swift, and I chose Audie. Anyway, just some ideas, putting it out there. So in this adorable little set, you get 4 little eyeshadow palettes, and they are just as cute as a button. Oh my gosh. We have Nook Ink, which has Tom Nook all over it, the daddy of Animal Crossing. We have 5 Star Island. Oh my god, and she looks so cute on there. Then we have La Belle of the Ball, which is absolutely perfect. I love it. I love the detail. And then you have What a Hoot, which of course has Celeste and Blathers on there, and they're adorable. So I love it. I think they did the right thing for sure. I would have loved an additional Audie something, but maybe in the future, fingers crossed. We're first going to start with Nook Ink. And you guys, these are actually really nice little palettes. When I first saw them online, I thought they were kind of meh, and then I got them in person. I was like, you know what? Potential for sure. So here is Nook Ink up close and personal, very minty. And we're gonna first start with this shade Yes Yes, which is adorable because they're always both talking. And we're first going to start with a dry brush. Very pigmented, wow, very aqua teal. There it is with a dry brush, just a mintiness, and then let's wet the brush and see what that does. And that, of course, just kind of amplifies it a little bit, makes it a little brighter, a little more shiny. Very, very cute. So that is Yes Yes. The next shade is Made in the Shade, and this is a sequin formula. So that means it's basically a matte shadow, but there's little tiny silver sparkles in it. We all know the sequin shadows are not my favorite, but this one is very pretty. I like the combo here. Am I not zoomed in enough? I'm so sorry. Let me zoom in more. I'm so sorry about that. I knew something didn't feel right. You guys need to be closer. So as you can see, it's pretty much a matte shadow, except for the pieces of sparkle. I just go back and forth with people about the sequin shadows in my comments, and I stand my ground. A lot of people try to tell me every single time I talk about these that they add the sparkle to help the blend. And no, that is not true. These are pieces of glitter. It's not like, you know, the shimmer that they do add to some shadows to help them blend for sure. That's definitely a thing. This is not that. This is actual physical pieces of glitter. That will not help you blend, and you shouldn't be trying to blend glitter either. That's going to hurt. Don't do that. This is a matte shadow with a sparkle topper kind of mixed into it. But in my experience, they tend to just fall off anyway, so I don't love the sequin shadows. I do, however, love this color. This is a beautiful color. So that is the shade Made in the Shade. The next shade is CEO. And this one, is this oh, I think this one's Super Shocky. Yeah, very, very smooth, very sparkly, very icy, minty type. Wow, I did not expect that. I thought it was a powder. Ooh. Shades like this, it's so hard for you to see the true color because the lights just make it look like silver sparkle, but it definitely is more minty, and it really has every tone to man. It has pink, it has teal, it has green, it has yellow. It's just a minty disco ball for sure. So this makes it fun. You can have a lot of fun with this little palette. I absolutely hate how it looks on my eye in the swatch because it's so much more minty in real life, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that is the shade, or the glitter, CEO. Next up, we have the shade Water Landing. This is obviously the last shade of the palette, and it is a matte shadow. Ooh, it's so pretty. A beautiful deep, deep, deep teal, kind of an emerald, but I'd say a little more blue tone than a true emerald. Very Animal Crossings teal. It is super, super cute, you guys. That is Water Landing. And that is it for the Nook Ink palette. Let me know your thoughts on that. Next up, we're getting into What a Hoot palette. Isn't she gorgeous? And the first shade in this palette is the glitter. I think I'm going to do glitters on this eye because it's getting a little painful. Well, it's not that it's getting a little painful. I think after 4 palettes on one eye, it's going to be a little rough because there's glitter involved. You know what I mean? So let's first go into Meteor Shower. This one looks kind of peachy. I don't know. It looks interesting. Yeah, definitely peachy. It's interesting. It's very mild. There's something not super grabby about it. Like, even the glitters themselves aren't super shiny. It's a little more dulled down, which is an interesting choice. I think for Meteor Shower, I would have done something a little more spectacular. But it's unique because it is peach glitter, which we don't see a ton. But I expected it to have a little more wow. I'm a little bummed about that. Nevertheless, there is Meteor Shower. Next up, we have the shade Celestial. And this looks to be a little sequency. There's not a ton of sparkle in here. In fact, I don't think it's any amount of sparkle that you'll notice. But I do see some very tiny silver sparkles. And this is just a nice matte peachy shade, a little sherbety. Very, very simple. That is Celestial. The next shade is called All A Flutter. This looks gorgeous. It's a shimmer, bit of a metallic. So we're first going in with a dry brush. Oh, that's a beautiful little copper. I do like that each palette, you know, fits its little color scheme. It matches the packaging. I think that's a nice touch. And it does speak to the characters too. I still wish the Meteor Shower shade had a bit more of an impact, but overall this works really, really nicely. So it's actually rather dull with a dry brush. There's not much shine. I'm interested to see what it looks like when we wet the brush, so let's do that now. Yeah, that definitely makes it pop quite a bit more. So this is going to be one that you're going to want to wet the brush for if you want that high impact. If not, soft dry brush. Dry brush is just fine too, but it's very, very pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that color. So that is All A Flutter. The next shade is Hoot. I'm trying to just place this on nicely so that I don't have a ton of fallout on my face because we have 2 more palettes to get through. And sometimes it helps to kind of do more of this pressing and rolling motion rather than like sweeping, if that makes sense. And this is just a nice dark brown. Not super wow, of course, but it ties in with the palette. You can create a nice little eye with it and everything. But it is pretty, very pretty brown. So that is Who. Next up, we are getting into 5 Star Island, which is Isabel's palette, and she is just a doll. I will say I love Isabel. I'm a huge fan. This is my least favorite of all 4 palettes. I don't love the color scheme, but let's start with, but it matches her, right? Like, we have a theme here, so it makes sense. Let's first start with the Isabel shade, which is a beautiful yellow. Of course, it has a bit of a sheen to it. Oh yeah, quite a sheen. It's a, I would say more of a satin than a straight metallic. And this is one that I would not personally use a wet brush with. It's extremely soft. It's not like most metallics to where sometimes when these softer ones, when you wet them or use a wet brush, it can crumble up and get mucky. And I feel that this is one that would do that. I think it's meant to have this softer glow. I don't know, you guys can try it yourself. I don't want to wet mine though. I don't want to ruin it because a lot of times it does ruin the shadow when it's these softer ones. But it's very pretty. It's very pretty because it's like a canary yellow, especially where there's no light shining, and then it's brighter where the light is. So that's actually really fun. This is why I love these eye swatching videos. I would never guess that just from a swatch. But that is the shade Isabel. Next, we're getting into the shade Island Tune. Every shade name is just so perfect. And this is a matte, ooh, super bright pink actually. Wow, a lot more neon than I thought it was gonna be. A nice grapefruit. Goodness gracious, that is bright. I didn't see that coming. I know it's bright in the pan, but when you see it on the eye, it's like, I don't know, super bright. Aw, that's very fun. Yeah, I like it a lot. That is Island Tune. Sorry, my hair is just like driving me nuts, so I put it up in a ponytail. I hope you guys don't mind. The next shade is Island Designer, and this is a sparkle. Oh, and it feels really nice, and it looks really pretty. Icy pink, if you will. Oh yes, a very icy pink. Oh, but it kind of has like a lavender tone to it too. And a little bit of blue. I love this. This is my favorite glitter so far. Hands down. So I love that. I'm glad there's something in this palette that I really, really love. I mean, every shadow has been pretty fine. Just when I looked at it as a whole, it didn't really grab me. But again, that's why the live swatches are supreme. I know you won't be able to tell how amazing it is, but it is super amazing. There's just a really pretty purple kind of blue essence to it. It's awesome, you guys. That is awesome. That is the shade Island Designer. Okay, this next one is a sequin shadow that I'm actually pretty excited about. This is Resident Rep, and it looks like a gorgeous burgundy and a lot of shimmer. So I like that. Oh my god, my eyes are getting so irritated from all the sparkle. All right, let's start pressing that in. Oh, very pretty. It's more of a pink than a burgundy, actually, but the sparkle has pink and gold tones to them. It's a really pretty color. I'm gonna take my finger and try and pop some of that sparkle onto the center because for some reason, we talk about it all the time, but the sequins have a hard time grabbing. It's definitely my least favorite formula. See, it always kind of tends to just gravitate towards your crease. It kind of grabs there. But it's a beautiful color. It fits the theme. Oh, I love the glitter in this one so much. I would still say this is my least favorite palette except for that glitter that I adore. And I love this color. I wish it was just this color with no sparkle in it. I would love it even more, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that is Resident Rep. We're on to the very last palette. You guys, I'm sad this is over. Colourpop, Animal Crossing people, please do another one. Do a cherry blossom themed one. Do a museum one with bugs and the fish and the fossils. I need more. But this is the La Belle of the Ball palette in such a beautiful lavender. I think the Able sisters would really appreciate this palette. I do. Oh, and we're starting off with the glitters. So the first one is Able Sisters. Pop this on. Ooh, this one and the pink one are my favorite glitters for sure. And I hate that it just looks silver on my camera because it's such a beautiful lavender, but it also has some teal and some rainbow sparkle. Oh, it's so cute. I'm sad it doesn't show up more, at least on my little screen here. But it's a beautiful lavender. So that is the shade Able Sisters. I just ate, that's why my lip is off, I'm sorry. It's getting late, you guys. The next shade is Taylor's Ticket, which I always forget to bring with me when I go shopping. So I just have a ton of Taylor's Tickets in my storage, and yet I buy like 5 outfits every day. Oh, this is beautiful. It is a sequin formula again, not my favorite, but this lavender is stunning. Woo! Look at that lavender. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my god. I'm obsessed with that. It's beautiful. It's just a light lavender, but I love it. That is Taylor's Ticket. The next shade is Custom Design. We need more custom design slots, and before everyone says it, I know the old Animal Crossing only had a few custom design slots, so we've definitely gotten more with the new Animal Crossing, but it's still not enough. I don't want just one custom path on my island. I want 1,000 custom paths, you know? And this is one of those super pretty kind of purple, kind of green shadows. Got a cool little flip to it. It's very subtle with a dry brush. I love these shadows. This specific type of shadow on top of a black base, like a black cream gel liner or like a NYX jumbo pencil type of situation. They always pop really well like that, but we're gonna wet the brush and see if that does anything. Oh yeah, and that amps it up a lot. Very, very cool. This isn't like a super unique shade. Brands do shades like this fairly often, but it doesn't make me love them any less. They're always beautiful. So that is Custom Design. And just to save my eye some pain, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this one now for this last shade. This is Serene Sable. Aw, that's perfect. Oh, and by the way, if any of you out there play Animal Crossing and you want someone to visit your island, feel free to leave your dream addresses in the comments down below. I would love to visit your islands. And if you happen to visit mine, I'm sorry if it's kind of a mess. You know, I did it all up for the holiday season. And since we're kind of not in a holiday anymore, but it's still kind of snowy out, I left all of the holiday stuff up. But I've also been moving stuff around, and I have a few areas that are empty that I'm kind of trying to figure out what to do there. So I'm sorry if mine's a bit of a mess and if the flowers are overgrown. But definitely go check mine out. And if you check mine out, let me know. I would love if you guys like sent me a tweet of like a picture of you on my island or something. I would love to know if you visit it. And as soon as Evermore is up and ready, I will open that one. But like I said, I literally just started Evermore, so we have a lot of work to do. Oh, gorgeous. Just a beautiful matte purple. I like that it's not too dark. I actually thought it was going to be darker, but I like this tone. This is very, very nice. So that is Serene Sable. You guys, that is it for the Animal Crossing and Colourpop collab collection live swatches. Sorry, it is really late. I'm really tired and I need a shower. I'm always a mess at the end of these videos. They take so long. I feel like people like have no idea. They take so long. But anyway, I can't wait to hear what you guys think. What are your favorite products? What are you going to be picking up? Again, I absolutely hate to say this, but I want to warn you guys. And this does not benefit me whatsoever. I don't make commissions on these big collabs or anything. But if you want this collection, really try to be there early, honestly, and scoop it up because I know it's gonna go really, really quickly. I have Animal Crossing friends who don't even wear makeup who heard about this. They have no idea who Colourpop is and they want everything. Like, it's just, it's one of those things. It's probably gonna go pretty quick. So I wanted to give you guys fair warning of that. But yeah, let me know what you plan on picking up, if anything at all. And I'd love to hear some Animal Crossing makeup ideas from you guys. If they ever were to do a second collab, yeah, let me know what you would like to see. Let me know what you think would be cool. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!